Hello everyone, my name is Ivan Perez from SymFinTek, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to handle the pricing overages inside the commissions conductor for Acumatica. So basically in our commissions conductor platform, 100% built in Acumatica, we can create multiple incentive profiles that are going to help us to track the base for a particular product line that we want to incentivize, and another incentive profile for the same line, okay? But using the overage part. So when I go into my incentive profile, what I have over here is that I have my commissionable base, that is the revenue. Okay, basically we're going to pay commissions on the revenue. I'm going to recognize the commissions as effective when the invoice is booked. Okay, so basically as soon the invoice is released, we are going to pay the commissions on it. And then I have a modifier for the commissionable part, okay, or the commissionable base amount. I'm going to use the price overage modifier, and my target is going to be the base price, okay? So now what I need to do is to pull the base price from a source. So in my tier settings, okay, I have sales price settings over here that where I can select the source from my sales price reference. So I have a base price, a customer price sheet, or a customer price plus sheet. In Acumatica, we have a section where we can select all the prices that we have, or we can set all the prices structure that we have mentioned before. We have the base prices, the customer prices, or even the customer price class. Okay. So getting back into my incentive profile configuration, this one is the profile for the computers, for the base one. On the other hand, we have our commission overage over here. So it's more or less the same. The commissionable base is the revenue, but my commissions are paid once the invoice is fully paid. Okay. I'm using this modifier again, but now my target is not the base price, it's the overage price. So in other words, is what is above, okay, the reference price. And under my tier settings structure, or under my tier settings area, I'm selecting the same type of price, that is the base one. So this is for computers because we can have multiple configurations on the scope of the range of action for an incentive profile. This incentive profile is going to act only on invoice lines that contains these inventory classes. We have a bunch of different filters that we can use, okay, that are pre-built, okay. But then we have a way to use general filters by um, relying on the Acumatica generic inquiries. Okay, so we can create an inquiry and plug in that inquiry with specific filters that are going to restrict the range of action of our incentive profile. Okay, so right here now we have a scenario with two different incentives that are going to handle the two different portions of our commissions overages. Um, our commissions model is pretty complex, lot of entries, but right now I like you to focus on the commission flow dashboard. This dashboard represents 100% accurate the idea behind the commissions conductor suite. We have people subscribe to roles, subscribe to incentive, okay? And when we combine all these entities in a single one, a person playing a role and subscribe to an incentive, we can calculate commissions when the person is related to the different sales documents, okay? So right here, when the person is related to a document, we can calculate commissions. And when we calculate commissions, we can visualize the data in different ways from reports, dashboards, okay, or generic inquiries, and we can generate transactions such as accruals or payments, okay? So right now, let me explain you how it's going to work the overage part from a commissions perspective way, okay? So right here, I have a sales order, okay, that I have created for this purpose. Okay, this one. Mhm. Okay, this one. This sales order over here, as you can see, okay, has an inventory, okay, that is this computer. This computer belongs to the class that I have created, okay? As the sales order is going to have two new tabs that are related to the commissions conductor. We have the commission settings area, that is the area where people are going to be related, okay? People who are going to receive commissions, okay? And the area where we're going to see the commissions that have been generated, okay? So right here, I have already generated commissions. This area is going to be defaulted by getting the configuration from the customer, okay? So right here in the customer, I have three people who are the default sales people, okay? I could remove them and only have one, okay? Basically, every time that I create an order and I select this customer, whoever is the default person that is configured in that area is going to be the account owner. After I do that, I can add another person if this person is collaborating with another person over here, okay? This can happen, okay? You can add and split commissions by using the participation percent. So if we want to split commission in 50-50, we can do it, okay? So this area is where we control, where we can control the people who are going to receive commissions and under which parameters, if there are going to be a split or not, okay? So getting back to my sales order, I have this one, but I think that this one is better because this has the overage part, okay? Is this one the one that I have created? Um, this sales order, okay, it has the overage because it has the manual price, okay? So this sales order is related to these people. The original price of this item, okay, if I look for this item right here in the sales prices sheet, base here is 500, okay, and I'm selling this item in 600, okay. So what have happened is that at the time I have created my invoice. Mhm. This information has been passed into the invoice, okay? The line that I'm selling, the people who are receiving commissions, this area can be modified even after the commission has been calculated. So it allows you to add, remove, or update the parameters for paying commissions on this invoice. You can even change the participation percentage. And this area is controlled by access right that we provide, okay? So we can control who are the people who are going to modify these parameters at any moment. So when we create the invoice, we can generate the commissions, okay? So we have calculated the commissions, and this is what we have. We have two different incentives, as you can see over here, being active for three different people at the same time. The, the, the interesting thing is that all these lines apply to a single inventory, okay? That is the only item that we are selling over here. So if I go back into my commission records and let's focus on a single person, let's focus on Steve only, okay? We can see how our commissions are going to be paid on a different commissionable base, okay? So basically the line for the base computers is going to be different over here, okay? The base, the commissionable base over here is going to be different than the commissionable base for our overage part. So we are selling this item at 600 per unit, and then we're going to pay 1,000 for the base one because we are selling two items. It is 1,000, and on the overage part is 200. Okay, so we have 100 extra for each item. So finally, what we have over here is that we have a commission rate of 10% here, of 10% for the base one, for the base commissions commission plan, and of 100% for the overage part. Finally, the commission amount is 100 because the 10% of 1,000 is 100, and the 100% of 200 is 200, okay? So we're going to pay two different 300 for this person over here. And now another part that is important that we have already mentioned is when we recognize the invoice or the commissions on the invoice as effective. As you can see, this one, the first one that is related to the base, is effective as soon the invoice is booked. But on the other hand, we have the overage part that is effective as soon the invoice is paid. Because of that, we have over here that the unlocked commission percentage is 100%, okay? And I can pay, or I have already paid, the commissions for the base part, the, the base part, the computer one, and the um, the overage part is waiting for the invoice to receive payments. So if I create a payment for this invoice, okay, I get back over here and calculate my commissions, and I refresh my commissions. Cool. And I get back to my invoice. I can see how now my commission records for Steve, okay, shows me that the second line, okay, that is related to the overage part, the 200, are now effective, okay? So effective means that now I can pay these commissions, okay? So right here, the system has recognized the commissions as ready to be paid. So we have three different buckets, okay? When the invoice is released and the commission is not ready to be paid, the status is potential. When the commission is ready to be paid, the status is active. And once the commission has been paid, the status is paid. So we call this the three different bucket status that we have in the commissions platform. So this is how this is going to look like, having two different incentives that are going to be paid in two different moments. So finally, each commission record has the tracking, okay, or has the ability to indicate all the rules, okay, who is the person, who is the role, who is the incentive, which is the version, okay, or which are the filters that we have configured, as we have mentioned earlier, that we have over here, the rules that we are, or the scope that we are defining for the action of this incentive. And we have the rule for the commission rate. The commission rate for the base one is 10%, and the commission rate for the overage is 100%. We can override this rule starting in a different period, okay? And also we could add a tier structure for this one. So basically, I don't know if the overage is above 110% or 120% of the original price, you can pay, I don't know, not the 100%, but another rate, or not pay 100%, pay 80% or 50%, okay? Or you can control which is the scale that you want to follow. Not only for the overage part, okay, but also for the base part, over here. We can create different uh, plans, okay, or criterias in different moments of time. So that is the reason for the start period and the end period. We can create different rules in different moments in the time. So finally, what we have in the system after we calculate our commissions, okay? After we calculate our commissions, is that we have dashboards where we can verify, or we can control, or have a high level insight of what is happening with our commissions. We can filter by a specific people, okay, for Eric, and this is going to control if I filter by Steve, okay, that I had data for Steve, this is going to look different, okay. So basically, as a manager, I can control and select everyone at any time from my dashboard. On the other hand, if I am a salesperson and I have access to the platform, such as Jay Parker, my commissions view is going to be reduced. So when I go into my dashboard or any other report, what we're going to see over here is that the person ID filter selector is going to be restricted to only the person who's logged in the system. So this is completely private. The Jay cannot see uh, any other people information. So this is going to happen for the dashboards. It's going to happen for the generic inquiries as well. Okay, Jay is going to be here only, and also for my reports. Okay, so I have different reports that are going to allow me, or are going to allow to the salespeople to control and to validate the commissions that they are generating. Okay, so this is going to be controlled in this way as well. Okay, so right here we can see how Jay is receiving this amount of money that is split in these commissions over here, is split in these incentive profiles. This is the revenue, or the adjusted revenue, okay, or the commissionable base, okay. These are here, these numbers: participation percentage, commission rate, which is the portion that has been unlocked. So these are a complete reports that are going to allow to validate the commissions that are being generated. The cool thing about this is that they can generate these reports by themselves, okay? So getting back into the manager view, the administrator view, we can create accruals. And when creating accruals, what is going to happen is that we are going to create journal entries that are going to register our commission expenses and our commission accruals, okay? This is important, particularly for your overages part, because you pay the commissions once the customer pays you. So until the customer pays, um, you are going to have some money sit in the accrual, okay, as a liability that is waiting there until you receive the revenue collection from your customer side, okay. So after that, after running the accrual, we have the payouts. So in the payouts, we have all the information of all the people who are going to receive commissions, positive commissions, negative commissions coming from great memos or adjustments or updates on invoices information or parameters, okay? We have the net, that is the aggregation of um, the positive and negative commissions. And then we have the ability to control the amount of money that we want to pay. So this opens the possibility to have draws, okay? So we have different payment types. We have payment for checks, for payroll. That will depend on how you have people configured. The check payment method is going to generate APB documents that are going to cut checks completely integrated with Acumatica. And the payroll schema is going to create this report over here, this grid that we can export and we can feed our payroll system. So finally, finally, as a manager, you have the complete view, overview of what is happening in the system, okay, for all the people at any time, okay, and this is going to give you um, all the tools that you need to get your incentive under control. Okay, so let me get back into my commission flow to summarize that we have people that when combined to a role and an incentive, okay, can receive commissions. Uh, when relating to documents, we have a process that can be scheduled and run automatically or can be run manually that is going to generate data and is going to allow us to create accruals and payment transactions. Finally, the salespeople have independent views that are going to help you not only to validate the results, but also to make them autonomous, okay, and more independent on the reviewing process. Thank you very much for your attention. Looking forward to hearing back from you. Have a good day. Bye bye.